Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to Football Manager 2018. We're kicking off with the Arsenal versus Brighton match. So we're looking for good result here. Obviously Brighton are one of the newly promoted teams, so I would expect that, you know, we're going to do fairly well in this game. So we've had to make a couple of changes. We're going to obviously integrate some of the new guys that we've got in the team as well. So we're going to try playing Maximilian Arnold in the midfield with, I think I chose Aaron Ramsey in the end. And Bentner goes on the bench as well, obviously, because you need a bit of Bentner in the team. And we're also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, or if I need to mention in this point in the video, but we have an injury to Theo Walcott, so he is out for a little bit as well. So there's quite a few injuries that we've got in there. And we've got the numbers to do for the new guys. Alvaro is going to be taking Bellerin's place as well. I mean, I gave him the key player spot, so sort of have to play him, I think. And we're also going to put Justin Kluivert on the bench as well. So, you know, give him a chance to come on, make an impact, give a lot of the new guys a bit of an opportunity in this first game, which I always think is useful to do. So unfortunately, I hadn't yet worked out properly how to do the highlights and such, so you can tell that it's 2-0 already, but, you know, it was actually a really entertaining game, and we created a heck of a lot of chances in this particular game. The only real attempts that Brighton had were, well, this one and I think a free kick, but all of it was all pretty straightforward for Czech anyway, so, as you would gather. And I'm trying to think, are we at the first? No, the 2 goals a bit later on. Yeah, the first half was fairly pedestrian. Just made a load of chances, didn't put any away. Brought Justin Kluivert on. Patrick Kluivert's son, obviously. And he grabbed the first goal for us with a lovely deft finish. And then I was struggling to get the highlights correct here, so I apologise. But we do get to see the second goal in a momento. Lovely finish by Koscielny. He just like a twist turn volley. And yeah, so you know, it was good. It was a good game. I'm struggling really to think of things to say about it. Just because it's been quite a while since I recorded it and now I'm having to do the voiceover. So everyone played particularly well. It was a rather underwhelming performance for being at home. You know, you would expect that, well, would have performed a little bit better. But anyway, such is football, I suppose. I'm not really sure what I'm doing here at all. Come on, give up. Go to the next bit. On the final highlight. This better be a good attempt. No, that was a rubbish attempt. Anyway, so Aaron Ramsey got himself man of the match. He got the assist for Koscielny's goal. Justin Kluivert came off the bench and did really well also. And Bentner made his return to the Premier League as well in that one. So everyone played, yeah. I mean, overall, in the end, everyone played well, but it was less convincing than I would otherwise have liked it to have been. It did keep us up towards the upper echelons of the table. And then now we have the first Europa League match. This one is against Braga at home again, which is nice. We have quite a lot of home games coming up, so that's always good. In this one, obviously, I've experimented with the team selection. I asked the assistant manager to pick a full rotated team from the one I played at the weekend, and then just made a few other little alterations to it. So just put in some players that, you know, hadn't had a bit of game time before. Nacho Monreal was lacking in fitness, and who else did I put in? We got Callum Chambers in there that hasn't seen a start yet in this season. Mesut Ozil, of course, gets to play in the Europa League, so his chance to shine. And with Olivier Giroud still being out, Bentner gets to play up front, start up front as well. So, you know, it's a fairly decent team. I think I also put Coquelin in there as well. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe I think about doing it. Who knows? I need to be a bit more. I need to start filming these, doing the voiceovers for these after I've decided. So I think I did put Coquelin. I did put Coquelin in. I just didn't show it. So another game that was 2-0 at home is becoming a bit of a trend here. I think I did a little bit better with the highlights this time, although I can't guarantee that for certain. I mean, that was really lucky. We could have gone 1-0 down there quite easily. But I believe, judging by the highlights, we've got a goal coming up. So it's really good team play, actually. There's lots of short, not one-touch passing, but, you know, fairly zippy, quick passing, and a lovely ball into Welbeck, who finishes it off really nicely, actually. That was really good to see. And, yeah, Braga have another opportunity. Most of their opportunities, once again, seem to come from things like that. But Xhaka with an absolutely horrendous tackle. Like, from behind, just basically swiped both of his legs out from under him. And, yeah, you can't have any complaints. Sort of put us in a little bit of a precarious position there. But, you know, second half came up. And we were able to... Yeah, I also made a mistake here as well. I don't know what I was doing. At all. So yeah, just messed a few bits up here. Luckily I've managed to sort it out, just because they've changed some of the stuff from the previous game, made it a little bit more difficult with the highlights. Last season the highlights were beautiful to do. This year it's been a bit more difficult. So I just wanted to show you the Danny Welbeck goal, but it was not letting me click on it for whatever reason. And I think I had to go back into it and then just go on show goals, I believe. So yeah, this made this bit a bit more difficult. Probably should have edited this out, come to think about it. In fact, definitely should have edited this out. We'll get there. There we go. Go on view highlights and go on goals. There you go. Did it. And this is the way I'm going to start doing the highlights from now on, because it's a lot easier. So we're going to watch the 2 goals again. Actually, I think I was meant to edit this out. And we're not. We're only going to watch Danny Welbeck's second goal. Oh dear. Oh yeah, Patrick Lloyd put in an absolutely peach of a cross here. So, you know, 1 goal, 1 assist in the last 2 games, just from coming off the bench. Been really impressed with his contribution so far. Obviously, it doesn't mean he's going to be a first-team starter all the time, but, you know. So I decided it was time to fine Xhaka, and for his lack of discipline. And we got an achievement unlocked. I'm the boss for fining a player. It's the first time I've had to do that, but unfortunately Xhaka does need to temper his fury, unfortunately. A bit rash. I mean, he can be in real life as well, not just in the game. So at least they portrayed that fairly accurately. So we have our 3rd and final match of the episode, which is against Burnley, away at Burnley. As you can see, we are currently sitting 2nd in the Premier League table, just behind Chelsea, who have played an extra game, won all 5 of theirs, and on 15 points. So a decent win here, take us top. Obviously Manchester United playing at the same time as well. Now, one thing that I hadn't realised up until after this, I think I actually probably need to make this point after the game. Yeah, we'll make this point after the game. So we're going to do a bit of a switch around, sort of do a mixture of, or mainly the first team, but Danny Welbeck will obviously stay in there because he had such a good performance in the Europa League, and also obviously Jack Walsh is out, so my options are a bit more limited there. I made a few extra changes to the team, just obviously try and get us playing a bit more flowing and, well, trying to keep possession, because it's not, while we've obviously not played badly at all over the first 6 or 7 games, we do sometimes get into a position where we end up conceding too much possession, in my opinion. So I think I've just chosen the goals on this one, potentially. We'll have to see. Yeah, Alexis with a pretty tame finish, but Welbeck gets in there and seals off the job, does the hard work, or does the work anyway. And the second goal was another goal quite early on. Yeah, Danny Welbeck again, wasn't it? I think. Oh no, that was a save, that one. Okay, I've gone for obviously the key highlights then. So, Burnley score there to bring it back 1-1 just before the half-hour mark. And then, just after the half-hour mark, we get an opportunity here. There's Maxi Lopez? What's his name? I can't remember. Some guy. Lopez. Had a decent opportunity. One of the first ones I think I've seen him have. And, yeah, that was a bit of a poor finish by Lacazette. He just snatched at it a little bit. Free kick took a really lucky deflection there, but well into the path of Lacazette, who finished it off very nicely. And it was a good effort by Arnold, but I don't know what that save was all about. Lacazette comes in, finishes it, gets a brace for the day. I think I then pulled him off to bring Bentner on, which obviously didn't yield us any more goals. But nevertheless, a 3-1 win puts us top of the pile again. We're actually joint first by, well, 3 different teams, which we'll see shortly. But yeah, the amount of goals Lacazette has scored in the first 5 games is incredible. But as you can probably see from there, we've not conceded a single goal all season up until that Burnley game, which was quite incredible. It's not even something I'd thought about. Obviously, I know we lost to Chelsea on penalties, but didn't actually concede a regular time goal. But it does put us top, which I think I get the full table up. But as you can see, the goal difference for Arsenal and United are both 14. Chelsea have obviously only got 11, but no losses for 4 teams. I know it's 5 games in, but it's still quite rare to see, I think, or I feel. And yeah, so onward and upward, we'll have to push on.